Hi there, and welcome to the Realty Firm Models Explained. What if you could learn more, earn more, and keep more? My mission today is to serve and support those of you in the real estate industry or getting into the industry that would like to learn about the following things. How do you learn more, earn more, and keep more? So who are we? My name's Ryan Hodge, and this is my spouse, Sandra Tavares. We own the Realty Firm in London, Ontario, Canada, and throughout the province of Ontario. So a little bit about myself inside of the real estate environment. I was licensed in 2008 and started my career with the wonderful organization of RE/MAX. I had a very unique start in the business where I was involved in over 200 transactions in my first 3 years in the business. That led me to create the #1 team at my brokerage and also to earn the coveted RE/MAX Hall of Fame Award, which is $1 million in gross commissions. And let me tell you, back then, that was a lot harder to do than it is today. Throughout my journey in selling real estate, I was fortunate to start a coaching company, and I've spoken all over North America and even Europe on the principles of high productivity and helping real estate professionals, whether they're new agents, experienced agents, team leaders, or even broker owners, grow their business to the highest of levels. I have been fortunate to be featured on the cover of our national real estate magazine, REM, for how I support people inside and outside of the real estate industry through productivity and personal development. I've been fortunate to speak with some of the great personal development and mindset coaches across the planet, such as Les Brown. I've spoken for team leaders such as my good friend and client, Jennifer Jones, who I've been fortunate to coach with her organization for many, many years on and off. And she runs one of the top EXP teams in the entire world. Here's what you're going to walk away with today. My mission is to serve and support you at whatever stage of your real estate journey you're in. And I want you to take some exploration today with me in terms of what the Realty Firm could offer you. And whether you decide to make a move or not right now, I want to be your destination of choice. When we started the Realty Firm, we started in London, Ontario, back in 2013. From small beginnings, starting out with just a couple agents, we've now grown to over 100 agents at the time of this recording in a much different location inside of London. We are also in multi-markets across the entire province of Ontario. The reason that most brokerages keep you stuck, and my own philosophy, is that right now society often breeds mediocrity. I'm not going to get too much into the school system, but what we know about real estate, and like a lot of things, people deal in the law of averages. There's a very low barrier of entry as far as getting into real estate. And the average realtor across North America earns less than minimum wage. Most brokerages have been designed to grow the brokerage, but not necessarily the individual realtor, team, or people that desire more. What you have been told is wrong. And a common question I often get, just like I asked my broker and all of the people that I interviewed when I got started into this business, what should my first year in real estate look like? Or what's a healthy level of production? Or what does the average realtor earn? Most of the answers to me are a myth. Most of the answers create limiting beliefs inside of us that we can't achieve more in, quite frankly, a business that offers unlimited income earning potential. And I'm usually now the wrong person that asks that because, quite frankly, when you sell upwards of 200 homes in your first 3 years, that's often more than what most people do or have done in their entire career. What I'm here to offer you today is the opportunity to explore unlimited potential in what I believe is the greatest business that still exists today, as far as people that want to earn more, learn more, and keep more money in their pocket by focusing on some key fundamentals, some proven principles, and getting started and pointed in the right direction and staying that way. The Realty Firm is built on a series of core values. Number one, Sandra and I lead by example. Okay, we would never ask our members to do something that we haven't done ourselves. We also believe in a productive family culture. And what I mean by that is that a lot of offices have hangouts and they have people that get together, but they really don't focus on productivity. We believe in a healthy combination of keeping production first, but also maintaining a strong family environment that is collaborated and connected, whether you're near to our office locations or far. We have a standard of committing to excellence. And when I say that, we actually have an award called the Commitment to Excellence Award. See, productivity in our environment means something to us. And ultimately, when we explore productivity, we've always had the goal in mind to be the most highly productive group of agents in any of the markets that we hold membership. In order to stay relevant in this business, one of our core values is that we remain forward thinking. See, the industry is evolving at a very, very fast pace. And with the rapid pace of technology and other changes, it's important that we continue to evolve through it and remain forward thinking to support our professionals in doing the same. Again, I share the core value of having unlimited potential. Would you believe that you can achieve anything that you desire as far as your earning potential and creating the happiness and freedom inside of this business if you just do the next right thing right? Unlimited potential is something that we want to support you in tapping into, to making sure that you achieve whatever goal it is that you have in your mind, and perhaps setting the bar even higher as you go along. At the Realty Firm, we are accountable to one another. We are accountable to our governing bodies. We're accountable to our membership and organizations. We're accountable to our members together, collectively as one. We're all having an individual journey, but we are working together to bring greater good to every experience that we create. And of course, a core value of ours is abundance. We are an organization that holds an abundant culture where there's no secret agents, where agents contribute to one another, where they collaborate with one another, where they forge amazing friendships, relationships along the way, so that they can support one another in what can be a very lonely business. And they do that in an abundant fashion by sharing ideas, strategies, tactics, and every which way you look, you will find abundance in our organization. Over the years, I've developed a core process to support agents in creating success. And there's 4 key pillars in terms of doing that. The first is foundation. Building a healthy foundation both personally and professionally. Understanding what is your goal inside of this business? Are there things that may or may not be getting in the way? Abandoning hype and moving into our second part of the core process, which is predictable business cultivation. Would you believe that you can actually engineer a roadmap and a blueprint to create the success you desire by using proven frameworks, metrics, and just knowing your numbers, that if you do a certain amount of activity, you should get a certain result? See, the industry is plagued with theorists and people that have never sold real estate right now. People that have never actually created the results that you desire. We focus on predictable business cultivation to help our members create their goals with a proven process. Once you get going and moving along, you really want to understand your back-end systems and processes. It's important to apply the appropriate tech. And tech doesn't need to be too complicated. With our framework, you need a simple system, simple CRM, simple automations, and simplicity. See, when you minimize the tech involved, oftentimes you can maximize your results. And through those back-end systems and processes, we are going to help you every step of the way to simplify your business, but to obtain unlimited potential. Finally, for those that want to grow, assess, leverage, and scale, the fourth pillar in our core process of helping agents develop a long-term business. You see, leverage helps keep the three vital signs of real estate alive and well: setting appointments, conducting appointments, and negotiating contracts. By using systems, technology, and leveraging other human beings near or from afar, you can begin to create leverage not only in your business, but in your personal life to scale beyond your wildest dreams. The challenge is that most agents in today's real estate environment want to jump to pillar 3 or pillar 4 before they build a healthy foundation, before they understand the predictability and specific non-negotiable tasks that need to be done in order to create the experience that you desire. And when they do that, they end up building a business that is, quite frankly, built on a house of cards. Eventually, something crashes. We want to get you set up the right way, right from the beginning, so that you can build your business beyond your wildest dreams. What do top agents do differently? Well, I've been fortunate to speak with, coach, and train top agents, team leaders, broker owners all over North America. And I will share that those that engage with our organization, with others that are having success, that associate in productive environments, ascending with those that may have created results before them, just like we do at the Realty Firm, and follow simple blueprints, simple strategies, and identify key ways to tap into their unlimited revenue earning potential. Those are the agents that have success year after year, that build a business that, yes, it's real estate, has peaks and valleys, but are able to minimize those peaks and valleys by just understanding these core fundamentals and by tapping in to a network of people that continue to do it with you. And the great thing about our organization is that we have options for everybody. There's not just one specific way. Whether you're a new agent just getting started, just out of real estate school, and you want to get involved with our organization to build, whether you are a team leader that wants to create efficiency inside of your business, maybe avoid a lot of the mistakes that us experienced team leaders, made along the way. Whether you're a broker owner that perhaps wants to work within one of our legacy brands, you may not be as enthusiastic about all the things that go along with having a brokerage, whether it's bricks and mortar, whether it's staffing, whether it's all of the accounts and responsibility. We offer an option for that as well. Or you may be a builder, somebody that likes to support other agents in their growth, somebody that likes to build real systems and perhaps participate in our revenue share model, TRF wealth lines. We have an option for anybody from start to finish, and we want to support you in that exploration today. You'll hear me say it time and time again. We are market tested and market proven. We work with real agents who have real results. There's no hype and theory to our model. Everything that we've done and continue to do is documented with success story after success story. Take a couple of these agents, for example. Brand new agent, started with a company. After just a short few weeks of feeling lost and disappointed, switched over to the Realty Firm. And very quickly, she's having tremendous success. Another new agent, almost halfway through the year, and she is already over halfway to her income goal of earning 6 figures in her first calendar year. Now that is just exceptional, and what I mean by market tested and market proven. Take a couple of our key members and a 7-figure real estate partnership, Nick and Andrea, who have come into our organization, operated their own brokerage for a number of years, and have come back to focus on what matters most, and that being their clients. We love the success stories after success stories that we've seen over the 10 years that we've been in business of agents just like you that maybe is not quite where you're wanting to be right now, but you know that there may be something different for you. You know that you've got it in you. And if you just start to do the next right thing, perhaps around some different people in a different organization, big things are going to happen. We're fortunate to have recognized industry professionals here at the Realty Firm. Ray Ferris is a great example, past president of the Ontario Real Estate Association, who just became one of our partner companies under our legacy brands. These are the types of people that are joining the Realty Firm. They're getting away from the smoke and mirrors and lack of productivity in other brokerages. They're associating with productive, like-minded human beings that want to contribute to one another. And they're getting in the right rooms and having the right success, whatever model that they operate under. At the Realty Firm, we offer 4 different models, which I'll take you through today. And these are always evolving, but again, at our organization, there's a fit for everybody, whether it's a traditional model, whether it's a hybrid, which combines lead generation, technology, and the normal traditional model, whether it's our legacy brands, where people can actually partner with us and have their own company and ownership, or the Realty Firm Wealth Lines, our revenue share model designed to build wealth inside of your real estate career and beyond for many, many years to come. People often ask us what makes us different, and I'm going to share this. Whether you're with the Realty Firm, considering the Realty Firm, or just getting started and exploring a brokerage, there are really 3 main considerations when choosing a real estate brokerage. And it's not what you often think. You see, a lot of people just base their decision on who's offering what for less. And while fees are important as far as the overall financial picture, fees should be much less than the top 3 considerations, in my opinion, which are leadership, training, and culture. So let's talk about leadership for a second. One of the key factors inside of the Realty Firm is that you get 2 leaders. Sandra, who is our broker of record, and myself. And we have very different roles, although we know what we signed up for. And that is to serve and support our members at the highest level possible. Sandra has been fortunate to work in real estate just as long as I have. And she handles the day-to-day operations of the company and all things compliance. I do much of the same, but my focus hinges very highly on training and development. I've always said that the Realty Firm is a training and development company disguised as a real estate brokerage, and we'll get to training in 1 second. But ultimately, when we explore the number 1 thing that we can do for you, it's pick up the phone. I can't tell you how many agents have come to our organization, or how many people I've worked with over the years that say that when they've been in real need for their broker or their manager or their mentor to pick up the phone on a Friday night at 10 o'clock when they're doing their first offer, or a Sunday at dinner time when they're in the middle of a listing presentation, and their leadership wasn't available. Well, you get 2 of us, and you get our cell phones, and if you ask our members, you will know that we are very available, and we know what we signed up for, and we're in this business to help you. The other thing with our leadership is that it's local. We hear a lot of things about different models inside of the Ontario real estate market and beyond, where some of the models that have been emerging have leadership, such as a broker of record or a manager, that's nowhere near the current market. And we have challenges with that, not only because there may be some challenges inside of RECO, which is our governing body, but also, do you know if your leader has actually sold real estate? Have they sold real estate for a long time? Have they sold real estate at a high level? Whether they're local or perhaps somewhere in the cloud, it's important to know this. Who are you learning from? Who are you trusting to support you in these major transactions? Because at the end of the day, we know there are severe consequences if we're not doing it right. And Sandra and I don't claim to have all the answers, but we are in a network of professionals that can certainly get those answers for you in a very short period of time. Something to consider when you're thinking about leadership. So let's get to training. See, some companies talk about training, but the talk tends to be very short-lived because we're in a results-based business. And I am confident that there is no other organization in the province of Ontario, perhaps beyond, that touches us on training and developing agents on how to grow and how to be highly professional inside of this ever-changing industry. We constantly have our schedule stacked with important information, with productivity, with lots of tactics, strategies, immediately deployable actions, whether it's online or in person, that you can take to build the level of business that you desire. We have story after story of agents that came into our training environment that were perhaps new and accelerated into a super healthy career right away. Or agents that were struggling, maybe doing 2, 3, 4, 5 sales a year, that by tuning into our training and development, by doing things just a little bit differently, by embracing another way, they went to 20 or 25 transactions and beyond in a year. We've had agents that were almost out of the business that went to multiple 6 figures of income in 1 year with us by taking some of our training and taking the action inside of it. Story after story, even agents that have built 7-figure annual incomes by embracing the Realty Firm and taking action. And I will share that I don't do the work for anybody, nor does Sandra. We are privileged to ride along in our training environment and supporting agents, team leaders, broker owners, people like yourself develop the business that you desire. So that sounds like a lot of information. All of these different platforms of training and things like that we offer. Let me share this and what I believe makes us very different than many of the other models or companies out there. We are training to what's relevant in this current space and time. We're also training what's relevant to our markets. Okay, if you are getting training from 1990 out of Denver, Colorado, or Austin, Texas, that's not going to help you build a business. I also want to ensure that you understand that we know the difference between information type of training. A lot of people will plug you into a course or give you login credentials to go and learn something. But the difference between information-based training and performance-based training is profound. We want to support you in your performance by assessing your needs, your own individual journey, closing some of the skill gaps that may exist in your business. And it's not that hard to do if you'll embrace the training that we offer. A lot of people talk about in-person or digital training. And I'm going to say there's not one right way. We love in-person training, whether it's at the office, whether it's at our industry-recognized mastermind events where we bring in guest speakers, member guests, people that want to contribute to one another. But we also know that in the age of technology, and certainly after what was the pandemic, there are some people that would rather learn from home. So we have an online teachable platform where we have multiple different courses that we constantly add to. Whether it's our masterminds that we've recorded digitally, just like we did with Les Brown, and many of the other guests. Whether it's our Foundations platform, which is our agent onboarding center that can be done online as well. We have our Lead Machine Bootcamp, along with our 6 steps to 7 figures and bonus playbook after bonus playbook. You can learn anything and everything that you want in person at the Realty Firm or online. The choice is really up to you. If you've been following along with us for any period of time, you've probably seen us hosting these amazing masterminds. These are industry recognized events where we have guest speakers, trainers, some of the top coaches and industry experts on the entire planet that come in and contribute to our organization. See, these are people that want to support the Realty Firm. These are people that want to help you grow your business or change your mindset. And we also have member-to-member masterminds where our members come in from a spirit of contribution and abundance to contribute back to the membership, showing them how they've had success, how they're doing things differently in a market that might be challenging, or it might be sideways, or it might be very fruitful. Our members contribute to one another at the highest level. And if you see a mastermind and you're not a member of the Realty Firm, by all means, let me know. We'd love to invite you as a guest. Come in and check it out anytime. Another option that we offer is cloud-based versus bricks and mortar. We know that there are many people that are not in the office anymore. When we changed our office location, we took that into consideration, but we also know that people still like to come into the office in many cases. So we offer both options. We are in multiple real estate boards across the province of Ontario, where in many of them, we have some form of a physical location. If you're outside of one of those boards, you can participate in our cloud-based option. We have a full suite of tech and a stack that will support you in transactions, in learning, in training, and development. And we're also looking for leaders that may want to do some form of physical location to really grow inside of the model. Whether you're a partner company participating in a legacy brand, or if you're a partner that's looking to really build revenue share by creating something very special inside your marketplace and beyond. Again, there's not one right way for every single real estate professional. So we want to be sure that we are offering options that appeal to everyone, because options trump just one way. Our culture continues to be first and foremost and recognized as very productive and very family oriented. We come together, and I've always said that those that play together stay together. We have one of the best agent attrition rates in the entire industry, where the agents that come into our organization tend to stay. Now, that's not perfect, and we may not be for everyone, but we may just be for you. What I want to share, though, is that within our organization, no matter how much fun we have, we keep production first. We are looking for agents that want to sell real estate. We are looking for agents that want to be market leaders. We are looking for real estate professionals that want to be more, do more, and sell more in the process. So, when it comes to leadership, training, and development, what are the things that you get by joining the Realty Firm? Well, I thought today I'd take you through a few of our member assets just to give you some perspective. The first, whether you are brand new to the business or you're just starting out, we start everyone with our Foundations platform. Foundations is our digital onboarding, which does have some in-person connectivity as well, that takes you step by step on everything the Realty Firm has to offer and how to get started with us. We also get you started with planning. We want to make sure that you've got a goal. Do you know that most real estate agents don't actually have an income goal in mind? Our net profit budget system has been a tool that agent after agent has used to create success. And immediately upon starting with us, we get you that as well. Content, social media, all of the things that you need in order to market yourselves. Years ago, we determined that most agents need more content. So every week, as a member of the Realty Firm, you will get 2 to 3 pieces of personally branded content that you can share and market yourself. We have a podcast called the No Secret Agent Podcast. Remember, our company is all about abundance. And so we have episode after episode of our members and other industry professionals that are sharing, engaging, and supporting other people both inside and outside of the real estate industry. We would love for you to be our next guest. Again, our mastermind. There is no cost to attending a mastermind. We just want you to show up, learn more, earn more, so that you can keep more as well. Our 6 Steps to 7 Figures is a platform that I teach every single year. And if you're just getting started now, it's all been placed into our online learning center, along with a number of different playbooks, such as our open house playbook, how to generate online leads in our online lead playbook, how to prospect, whether you're door knocking or cold calling, how to track, measure, and execute all of your activities. Asset after asset that I've designed specifically to support you in building your business. We have an accountability circle at the Realty Firm, where some of our agents come together on a weekly basis to talk about personal development, professional development, and support one another in staying accountable to their commitments, their desires, and of course, their dreams. Social media is something that you need to have proper training on. And I offer a session called the Facebook Funnel at the Realty Firm, which I've recorded for you and continue to teach on in terms of how to generate business the right way. See, there's a great big difference between posting on social media and prospecting through social media. And my proven framework for prospecting with social media has helped agent after agent earn over 6 figures and add that to their already existing revenue inside of real estate. The greatest asset that I can give you is to support you on a one-on-one basis. Whether we're jumping on a Zoom, getting together in person at the office, or even having a coffee. I want to connect and engage with you to support you on your goals. Reach out to me anytime and I will support you in helping you create what you desire. All of our member assets are included, whatever model you participate in. We want to make sure that you have every system, every strategy, every asset, every resource, and the ability to connect with us at all times. But let's talk about our models for a second. As mentioned, we have multiple 100% models, which means that you can start a number of different ways like any traditional agent, and you have either a flat fee where you pay up front, or you have a split, which maxes at $12,000. When either of those happen, you're 100% commission. The only monthly admin fee we have is $100 for a transaction fee and no franchise fees. The second model that we have is what's called our lead machine, which is our hybrid model. The lead machine allows somebody to embrace technology, systems, a CRM, lead generation that is done with you, along with combining that with the traditional model. We call this the hybrid model, which allows an agent to operate their sphere of influence under the traditional 100% model, but tap into more of the hybrid model, which is somewhat like a team, but not quite a team. The benefit to this model is that we're going to do all of the lead generation with you, support you in the setup, support you in the tech and ongoing ability to create opportunities. And for that, there's a slightly higher split. But again, on your own sphere of influence, you're just the traditional 100%. Thirdly, our legacy brands, which we are always excited to partner with leaders inside of the real estate environment, whether they're team leaders, broker owners, or somebody that wants to do something different. The legacy brand offers a company to have a service provide offered by us. That way we can take care of the tough things like your trust accounts. We can support you in your month ends and compliance for RICO, while a leader inside of a legacy brand becomes a partner company owner of ours and they retain ownership. The cool thing about legacy brands is that, like anything, We embrace personal branding, and we want to make sure that you keep the legacy of that brand that you worked so hard to build alive and well. Here are some examples of some of our partner companies and legacy brands, and if you'd like to explore more of them with us, by all means reach out to me anytime. So far you've heard a lot about the Realty Firm, you've heard a lot about Sandra and myself, who we are, what we do. I've taken you through a lot in terms of our models, our training, our development, all the things that we can do inside of helping you become a better real estate agent and ultimately generate the business that you desire. But what I want to share today is that this next part, I think, is going to be the most exciting thing for you. It's no secret that over the last number of years, we've seen explosive growth with revenue share models. Agent attraction has become a very big deal across the entire real estate landscape. And I have some great friends and colleagues and even some mentors that have done exceptional things inside of the revenue share models. I've explored them personally with most of the larger organizations, with friends, colleagues, people that I thought may support me in that exploration that I have trust in. But for myself, something just hasn't felt right or hasn't felt like enough for me to make that move. We're proud of who the Realty Firm is. We're proud of our independence. And we wanted to create an opportunity for our members and agents that do want to participate in revenue share that may be a little bit different than what is already out there. And so I thought that I would share what I call attractive attraction. Attractive attraction means that the Realty Firm has revenue share with standards. We call this the Realty Firm Wealth Lines, which, like most of the other revenue share platforms, is going to reward agents for company growth through the means of healthy agent attraction. I've felt the same way for so long about many of the agent attraction models out there. It seems kind of slimy. It seems like there's a lot of people that have never sold any real estate that are talking about how to build a real estate business. And for myself, it's no different than the coaching environment. There's a lot of theorists, there's a lot of profiteers, and there's a lot of people that are not proven inside of any market that are trying to sell you on something. And that just doesn't line up with the integrity of the Realty Firm, Sandra, myself, or many of our members. We believe that production absolutely must come first. And so we've created a model that has standards as far as longevity in the business and having met a certain income threshold in order to create your very first wealth line. And I'm gonna break down the model a little bit more, but I really wanna make sure that you know that our position is that this business is built on people that have expertise in it, people that actually contribute because they've walked the talk, not people that are just sending DMs or calling or using automated dialers to try and attract somebody into an organization. We take this business very seriously. And no, we may not be the largest revenue share company worldwide, but we want to make sure that we do it the right way with the right people and that the right people have the right experience inside of our model. So how do wealth lines work at the Realty Firm? We've kept it pretty simple, like we always try and do. We have a $14,000 cap, $100 admin fee, and $100 tech stack fee. The model operates on an 80-20 split. And so what we've done is we've taken 50% of company dollar and we've put that into our revenue share. The revenue share is 5 levels deep that unlocks at different stages. What I think you'll notice about our model, compared with many other models, is that we reward the front line of agent attraction the most. The reason that we do this is that we believe in attractive attraction, not just hiring anybody. We believe in keeping production first and foremost. In other words, we believe in helping people sell real estate. And so this front line tends to be more lucrative than those that want to start to build. 50% on that line is $3,500. And that's not a lot of money. But as we work through this, I think that you will see potential. And what I want to share is this. When I was at RE/MAX, my broker owner walked almost every new agent up to my office and sat them down and said, talk to Ryan. He's going to tell you about his success and he's going to tell you about RE/MAX. And I did that no problem. It was no problem for me to contribute to another agent, to contribute to the brokerage or to the organization. When I was out in the field, I was happy to tell somebody to speak with my broker or show them some of the things that I was doing, because that's just contribution and abundance anyways. My entire time with my brokerage, I never even received a gift card. And that's not something that I was seeking, but I think you get the point. There's an opportunity and a benefit to growing with really good human beings and real estate professionals. See, our philosophy is company growth is a good thing, because as we grow, we are able to collaborate more. We are able to build different types of communities inside of the organization. As we grow with revenue, we are able to do more for the organization, provide different offerings. And so $3,500 for one agent that hits their cap is not a lot of money, but it's better than nothing. And when you start to look at the potential and the opportunity here, I think you'll see where things really begin to stack up. We have 5 levels deep, and I know that other organizations may run deeper, but at the Realty Firm, we want things to be solid. We want to make sure that the right agents are attracting the right agents. And we want to make sure that the model remains healthy over the long term. We've put a lot of thought, energy, and study into this model as far as creating 5 levels deep, where after the first tier, somebody unlocks their second level when they bring in 5 agents. Do you think that in the course of your career, you could bring in 5 agents into an organization? If you're selling a lot of real estate, if you're talking to colleagues, if you've got friends in the industry already, do you think that you could bring 5 agents into an organization in order to perhaps them do the same? See, I think once you see this model, it's very hard to not see it anymore. Because I know that, like myself, when you're selling a lot of real estate, you tend to talk to other real estate professionals. You tend to make friends. You tend to have colleagues in the industry that you want to support. Because if you're like myself, you know that there's a great lack of support. There's a great lack of training and development. There's a great lack of leadership inside of this industry right now. And if our model resonates with you and you have success with it, we believe you're going to have those conversations. So why wouldn't we reward you with healthy agent attraction? When you start to explore the model, consider this. What if you had 10 agents that joined your community inside of the Realty Firm? Well, 10 agents times $3,500 is $35,000. $35,000 each and every year. And what if just each one of those agents over a couple years had 5 other agents come into their community, which is all of your community at the Realty Firm? Very quickly, you could see that $105,000 would be your revenue share. There aren't too many models out there that are offering this type of agent attraction incentive. And I don't know about you, but as markets shift, as things become more challenging, as tech advances, we want to have more opportunities. And that's really why we've established this platform. How do we help you, who's certainly been a supportive member of ours, or an emerging member of ours, or somebody that's just getting started with the Realty Firm, to have other forms of success? You see, that's the principle of abundance. That's the principle and one of our core values as far as committing to creating opportunities for our agents, just like you. And when you look at the really big picture, and the absolute potential of this model, I want you to take a good look and give this some consideration. What if you were taught how to attract agents? What if you were taught how to build technology, systems, strategy, fundamentals, philosophy, all of the things that we at the Realty Firm consider ourselves experts in as far as attracting good, productive agents that are even better human beings? And what if you were taught that? What if you were given some of the technology to do that, where you could make this a part of your business model? What if you attracted 100 agents, and each of those 100 attracted just 5 agents throughout the course of their career? You would be able to earn over $1 million each and every year just with that initiative in mind. Is your current real estate model offering you anything like that? Are they still focused on high production if they are? Because we want to maintain a standard. We want to work with those that are committed to creating the ultimate real estate experience, placing real estate production first, placing their clients' needs first, but building other opportunities like revenue share. And remember this is year after year revenue. Does your current model offer you a retirement plan? Does it offer you any sort of exit strategy? If you're operating a team and you think you're going to sell that business, do you think that that's really something that's going to happen? I operated a team. When I stopped the team, I didn't sell it to anyone. We're talking about real lifetime opportunity here. Something that is going to benefit you and your family and loved ones for years and years to come. This is something that I want you to consider. Has your current model offered you a proven process by leaders that have actually done it with proof and results on how to grow a real estate business? Do they offer relevant training and development? And are they going to be available to you in your market to communicate when you need them most? I'm sure that some of you will say yes. But if they're not offering an opportunity like this, perhaps it's time to consider your options. And whether that's right now or down the road, like I mentioned, we want to be a destination of choice or at least consideration. And if you're on this session today, I'm suggesting that you may have some things that you're considering when it comes to your real estate career. You may be asking, well, what if I'm a new agent, or I'm a part-time agent, or I'm not a recruiter? Again, we have options for everybody. You may be more suited starting in our hybrid model, the lead machine. Or if you're a new agent, you're going to come into a traditional model. If you've never thought about agent attraction, those are things that we can teach you about and that you can learn about, and you can decide whether or not that's for you. Because even the largest real estate revenue share models in the world, I'm going to share this, only about 10 to 20% of them actually participate in revenue share as far as their membership goes. So whether revenue share is for you or not, that's to be determined. But for those that it is, I believe this is a huge opportunity. And our agents are going to say the same thing. We show up, we teach you, we support you every step of the way, and we are always available. So why do our agents stay? Because we want to support you every step of the way. Sandra and I have a model that we wake up each and every day and ask ourselves and one another, how do we help somebody today? So wherever you're at in your real estate business, we want to help you every step of the way. Again, whether you're new, whether you are somebody that's looking to grow their business that perhaps hasn't had all the right answers or had a lot of things offered to them when they joined with another brokerage, but as soon as they joined, things have gotten pretty quiet and feeling like you're on your own. Perhaps you're a leader that wants to make a change. Perhaps you're winding down your career a little bit and you're tired of all the complexities of owning a brokerage. Or perhaps you're looking to do something big and take part in our Wealth Lines platform of revenue share. Whatever it is for you, Our agents know that we're available to help them every single step of the way. Please reach out to our members. Ask them why people think we're different. And what happens if nothing changes? Well, if nothing changes, this time next year, you may be exactly in the same place. The other thing that I want to share is that if you're curious about our Wealthline's revenue share program, historically, those that start sooner than later tend to yield the greatest results. Don't let another year go by where you wonder what is actually possible for you and your family and your real estate business. Because what if you made the change? What if you just took this conversation one step further? What if you explored a little bit more with what the Realty Firm offers you? What if you could change your life and your trajectory in business, where all of the happiness, the freedom, and results you desire came to fruition? I know that it can, but what does your future look like? You're the only person that can make the choice to explore with us further. We would love to see you. We'd love to talk to you. We'd love to discover a little bit more. If you'd like to have a discovery call, by all means, click on the QR code here. That will take you to a calendar booking. We'll go through exactly where you're at in your business. I want to find out about what's happening with your skill sets, with your personal and professional development, what challenges you're having, what successes you're having, and let's see if the Realty Firm is a good fit for you. You can always visit us online as well at www.jointherealtyfirm.ca. It is a privilege to serve and support the real estate industry. I want to thank you for exploring the Realty Firm a little bit with us. I'd love to take the conversation deeper, so please feel free to connect anytime. And thank you for spending some time with me today.